Alright, so I did a couple videos you saw about the fires and all of that nonsense, and so I took those down. They didn't get took down by YouTube. I took them down myself because I thought, well, it could be a little bit better. So, and besides, there's always more data coming out, right? Always more data coming out every day. So, anyway, I just happened upon a video yesterday. Oh, I got these suspenders, by the way. So I got these button type suspenders for these wool trousers, right? So I got these, picked up these vintage wool trousers, used, perfect condition, 50 bucks, right? So I already had this strap with a ladder lock buckle, so just using that as a belt, right? And just that way it doesn't have to be super snug, just, you know, snug it up to my waist, right? So these are large, you know, pretty darn large. I could fit another set of trousers underneath if I want to. And then I got these suspenders, and they're green, and I put green electrical tape around the silver buckles here, right? So that way, if I put something on over this, it's not like digging into, say, you know, my mid-layer sweater, you know, sweater jumper mid-layer, right? If you hear a bird out there, you hear that? It's a hawk, right? It's a falcon, actually. And anyway, it's always hunting around my place, and people don't know it, but they play the bald eagle online. So when they show a bald eagle and you hear that sound, it's a falcon, because a real bald eagle doesn't sound real menacing in its sound, right? So coffee, right? So I came upon a video in the YouTube feed yesterday, a young lady in the Upper Peninsula in Michigan, right? She looks like she's pretty new to moving about in the wilderness in the winter, but she's smart, and she acknowledges her mistakes, and she steps back when she thinks that it's going to be, you know, unsafe and so on. So that's good. You know, you learn as you go. You learn as you go from your own mistakes, and you learn from others. So first, right off, I want to say that if anybody's over in that area, Minnesota, Michigan, upper end of the United States, you know, that central region of the United States, but in the upper section, you know, Montana, Minnesota, Michigan, if you're up in that area, I want to tell you that there's a winter symposium every year. They all get together, and they talk about their gear, and they sell gear and whatnot, and you know, there are plenty of people. If you're in that area, you could go in there and find a mentor or get some mentorship while you're there. You know, learn new techniques, make friends, whatnot. So it's called the Winter Symposium. There may be another one too, but I don't remember. It's been a while. But anyway, that's something for you to get into if you're in that area of the United States. So, and I watched the video. I've only seen one of her videos. She only has a few videos, but she's got a lot of subscribers. But that's just the way it is with ladies' channels. A lot of ladies get a lot of subscribers. So, just the way it is. But in the video, she had a Stanley Thermos, one of the newer ones like this, okay? And I kept seeing her unscrew this and take it all the way out to pour her liquids, okay? And there's so many people that they're not real familiar with these Stanleys. I've got a vintage one there, and I got this newer one here. I bought this newer one as just one to throw in the vehicle, and then I saw that it was made in China, so I was irritated about that. So I went and I did research, and I found a vintage one that's USA made, and I got that one. So I use that one all the time, and this one I use for whatever, backup hot water, hot drinks, whatnot. So what you got to do is you don't take this out, and you don't take the one out of the vintage one either. You don't take that out to pour your drink. You don't. If you look at this, okay, if you look at this, there's a groove there, and there's a groove there. That is to allow liquid to come out without taking this cap out. So when you want to secure it, you just put it down tight. Doesn't have to be real tight because it's a big O-ring there. Okay, and then but when you open it, just look at the side here. Okay, and when you open it, you're gonna see that indent. Okay. And so when you see the indent here, when you're holding it by the handle, you see the indent here that's facing you. That means there's an indent over here on the other side. Okay? And then you just do this, and it pours out right there. Okay? That's all you got to do. Then when you're done, just secure it up. Put this back on. This will get some condensation, so you just shake that out if you got condensation, and then put this back, because this does help with the insulation a little bit. Even though this really isn't insulated much, anything is a barrier, right? So just a note on that. So here's my older one, made by Aladdin, and this one is made in, I think, '92. So I bought this from someone here in New England. I just like look over their pictures really close and just make a decision. You know, that's how I come to a decision. Sometimes you'll see a little bit of rust right here. Okay, you could put some like some frog lube on there in the liquid form and just rub it a bit with a rag, and you get most of that off of there. And what that's from is from people putting liquid in, and then it spills. Sometimes they spill it on the side, and it just get down there, and they don't wipe it off. See, so you got to wipe off spilled liquids, otherwise you could get rust. But yeah, so this one has a different top. Right? This one has a different top. This one does not come out here. It comes out up here. There's a little marker right here on the lip. Okay? Just put that marker straight across from the handle, and then you will be in position to pour. So this just, you know, pops up and pops down, right? So as you start to screw it in, it will pop down. Just keep going, and then snug it, and you're good. Same thing with this cap. Give it a little shake. Just make sure you take your index finger and put it over the lip so you don't throw this. Okay? There you go. And then put it back. Alright? I know this stuff seems very basic, but I've encountered people that don't know that. They don't know that. So nobody's talking down to anybody. Just pass it on knowledge. That's all there is to it. So I got a Woodsy Owl patch. I know that sounds kind of stupid. You know, I'm an old guy. But got a Woodsy Owl patch in, and I did put up the National Geographic Society patch. We talked about that the other day. So the choice was the National Geographic Society patch or the 100th anniversary Amundsen South Pole patch. Okay, so I didn't receive any feedback on that. I gave you guys a choice as to which one maybe you'd want to see on here, and I didn't get any feedback on that, so I just went ahead and flipped a coin, and this one got it. So I put the two blue patches on the top and bottom, put the gold patch in the center. So the Woodsy Owl, the reason why I got this Woodsy Owl is because, you know, Woodsy was big, 40, 50 years ago. Woodsy was. And a lot of people don't know, is that Winnie the Pooh moonlighted for Woodsy's voice online, on the TV, right? So when you listen to Woodsy Owl talk, that's Winnie the Pooh filling in, he's doing voiceover for Woodsy. Alright, so what does this show us here? It shows us Woodsy in the center, and then he's saying, lend a hand, care for the land. And then it says on the bottom, Woodsy Owl, right there. Okay, so why do I get things like this? Well, I just kind of like to show everybody where I stand, I mean, don't take more than you need. Take care of the land. If you take care of the land will take care of you, right? So this is just, I don't know if there is some kind of a program behind this patch. I have no idea. I just like the patch and I like what it says. So I went in and put the Velcro hook on the back so that I could attach it to whatever if I want, right? But yeah, so that's old Woodsy. And then I got I have a couple of Smokey the Bear ones. I have a couple of Smokey the Bear. As many of you guys may know, I do collect patches. Just stuff I like and stuff that kind of says something without having to say something. I got about a minute and a half left here. Yeah, so I've got two patch panels up today. That one over there is all bushcrafted survival school patches, and then these are this one's from The Thing. It's a great movie. You guys got to watch The Thing. From they're in Antarctica, right? Horror movie. So then there's the National Geographic Society, and then this is Brynje of Norway Expedition patch, right? I got about a minute left there. So yeah. So yeah, they also have some company that makes Pulks, sleds. They have a company, the sister company or something, I guess, does sleds, Pulks. Yeah. You could get some really good Pulk poles here in the States, but I can't remember the company. But it's in that upper Midwest area near Minnesota or whatever. That's where you get them. They're fiberglass. My Pulk poles they're just gray electrical conduit for the ropes to go through up to my belt. I can either put the belt around my waist or I could throw it across my chest, right? So several different ways you can wear a Pulk belt, harness, whatever you want to call it. Alright guys, see you later.